back we are for another great game here at SNK Stadium or Bunny Stadium or whatever you want to call this. It is game number 2 between the Adirondack Mechanic 5s and the Spiral K Bunnies. You saw game 1, Moonrise and Phoenix. What is the life lesson here?
The life lesson is just be sure you back up your pitcher, because your pitcher, as you saw in game number 1, can have some off moments or some off innings, as the case may have been.
And we'll see how game number 2 treats both of these players. I think there's going to be definitely some talking to in between the first game of this doubleheader and the second game. I know one thing you're probably going to tell me is that your team is got to try to rely on somebody else besides Yarn Dragon Tracy for offense.
That would not be wrong. I mean, Tracy's done some heavy lifting, 5 RBIs on the first game, but unfortunately she can't do everything by herself.
Needs a little bit of help from the rest of her team. And we'll see what winds up happening here with game number 2. It's Adirondack Crick. It is Moonrise and Phoenix. Game 2. This will be pretty much the same lineups, except for the pitcher will be a little different. All right, here we go for the first. Well, it's Moon 2 as opposed to Moonrise and Phoenix 1. All right, let's start off with Team Murdoch. Had a pretty solid game in the first time up.
Oh, chases the first pitch in the dirt for strike 1. We are underway. First pitch, 7:56.
Pop this up, going deep over towards right center, and just at the warning track is Smile Fires to make the first out.
Batting second baseman, Crimson Avex.
It's this towering over to deep center. This is gone.
That was just out of reach of Smile Fires. Here is the Mechanic 5s back out in front as they did in game 1. 1-0 Mechanic 5s.
Here's Bizzle, pops this up. Moonrise and Phoenix underneath it and puts it away for the second out rather.
Absolutely. Next up, catcher Malchior.
Had 2 home runs last time. And this goes deep to center, but Smile Fires is under it at the warning track to put him away for the third out.
Smile Fires got some mileage done in this top of the first, and now he's up to bat in the bottom of the first.
A 1-for-5 day in the first game. Hit that just foul. Edge of the plate for strike 2.
And, oh my goodness. Onochu loves the outside of the plate. And again, my goodness, almost got Smile Fires looking for strike 3.
Inside for ball 2-2-2. Makes deep contact over towards right. This is out of here. 1-1.
Smile Fires deciding to do it himself here. 3 pop outs to center, and now the solo shot to tie the game.
And it is the first RBI by the Bunnies that wasn't by Yarn Dragon Tracy, as this gets popped out to the short for out number 1.
Team Murdoch under that one. Fred Coughlin up next, second baseman for the Bunnies. First pitch, rope into the stands and left. Strike 1.
2-for-4 day for Fred back in game 1.
Unfortunately, starts this game off on the wrong foot. Z-Man up next, 1-for-4 in game 1.
This will go foul for strike 1.
That could have been dangerous if it stayed fair, but I don't think it would have been past Bizzle's range.
This goes foul a little early-ish on the swing here for Z-Man. Now deals with an 0-2 count with 2 away.
And another one foul.
And we'll do it again.
Giving a lot of gifts to the people over in right field.
They like souvenirs. You like souvenirs?
Absolutely. I like souvenirs. And there goes another one.
Yeah, but this one stays in the ballpark, so nobody's getting a souvenir there.
unless Bizzle decides to throw it into the stands. I mean, he could have.
They're the away team. They're not going to give anything to the stands. They're not giving anything to the fans.
So the Mechanic Fives are mean? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Come on now. Oh.
This will go back to the right field, but coming back is going to be Bizzle to make the catch. Side retired, but not before Smile Fires puts him on the board with a towering shot. 1-1 after 1.
Absolutely a silly person batting fifth. First baseman for the Mechanic Fives. Up first in the second.
Silly person had a home run last time, and this goes right down the right field line for a base hit. That is Adirondack Tracy tracking on down, but in with a sliding double is Z-Man. Or sorry, silly person.
That one's popped up. Fred under it, catches it. That'll go down 4 unassisted. Mike is a fighter up next. And
this is deep to left.
That has a chance. That has a chance. And it's gone. There go the Mechanic Fives. Back up out in front. 3-1.
Here's Lana Bean. 2 for 5.
And that one caught by the third baseman. Drew a conclusion under it. Out number 2.
Anachu. Grounder to third. Fires to first. Nah, just in time.
Just enough of an arm.
But a very bare home run, 2-run shot. 3-1.
Adirondack Tracy hits it directly to the second baseman. Crimson Havoc stops her from a good start here.
Drew a conclusion, has yet to get a hit this game. To the third base, fires over to first, 2 away.
Just enough of an arm, and Shock Ninja up next.
Shock also yet to get a hit this game, or this series, but this will fall for a base hit for Shock. First time with a base hit for Shock Ninja.
Owl Dog, the catcher, up next, and that is going to be an easy catch by the shortstop. T. Murdoch puts the Bunnies in the hole. 3-1 Mechanic Fives going to the third.
Yep, 6-4 put away there. And Murdoch looking inside of the ball 1. Gotta respect the power here at Murdoch with the 2 home runs back in the first game of the series.
And batting at a 2 out of 3 clip here.
Just catches the plate for a 1-2. Pop this up.
Popped it up, but will it find the hole? No, it will not. Smile Fires? Really? Smile Fires got on the bike between games. I can assure you of that one.
Amazing with how little time they actually had between those 2 games.
What's in that bike?
We don't want to know.
No.
5-3 put away there for the Bunnies. Now to Bizzle. Looks at a couple of balls. The 2-0 right down the middle, but foul. And you gotta figure that Bizzle really wanted to turn on that pitch.
Absolutely. I mean, just gotta.
Oh, gets underneath this one though. This heading over towards the.
That's gone.
Yes. Home run. Mechanic Fives up 4-1.
I mean, if the pitchers need to be given some work here, but unfortunately, you're just not delivering. Malchior now, that might get down, and it does.
Will. Back to the wall. Malchior going for a double, and we'll make it over to second. So a double now for the Mechanic Five. Silly person up, over to first. That's it. Side retired.
Not before even more damage.
It is 4-1, middle of the third. And a pinch hitter coming up here. We'll see Zelga come up here to take the place of the pitcher.
I mean, the pitcher's had a bad day. Four runs in 2 innings. And
Zelga gets reamed by the pitch. Now back up to Smile Fires, who has the lone run for the Bunnies.
Is that going to stay fair? It is not.
But it's going to
get caught. Is that going to be caught? It is. And Smilefires retired for out number 1.
Captain up. Looks at a couple of balls already. Down the middle for strike 2.
I want to say something about that, Rick, but I won't. And my goodness, caught chasing that one is Captain, out number 2.
Right up to plate here. Bunnies really need to get some offense going here in the bottom of this third. Here they're going to second and going to be well.
That is the opposite of getting some offense going. 4-1 after 3.
Here's Angel of Sin. Pops us up down the right field line, and in to get it is Yarn Dragon Tracy.
Mike is a fighter up next. Ball 1, well inside.
Another one inside for ball number 2. Mike is a fighter, had a home run earlier in this series.
However, now up 3-0 against Moonrise and Phoenix, but pops this up. Smilefires. No,
that one shortstop. That's Shock Ninja coming underneath it to get it.
Some good leg speed there. Wannabean, however, goes to left. And more damage. I mean, at this point, can you really blame the Bunnies?
Yes, you can.
This goes down to one thing and one thing only, and it's the pitching staff. They're just not delivering, and the Mechanic Fives are feasting.
Inside, ball 2, 2-1 to Anachu, the pitcher. Outside, ball 3, 3-1, 2 away. Swung on a miss, strike 2. Had him fooled with that pitch.
Full count, 3-2 with 2 outs.
And we'll do it again.
Indeed.
All right, payout pitch. Caught looking at a strike 3, side retired.
But the Bunnies need to stop the bleeding. Down 5-1, bottom of the 4th coming up. Fred Coughlin up.
Rocket up the middle, base hit.
Is this the turnaround the Bunnies were looking for? Next up, Z-Man.
Outside corner or inside corner for strike 1. I think Melchior is painting the corners here. Catches the corner, strike 2, and this popped up, and this will be obtainable.
It should be, and it is.
For Silly Person, 1 away.
Yarn Dragon Tracy up next, and Anochu wants nothing to do with her.
Right down the right field, but gets it over for the first. Oh, they almost had a double up.
Goodness. Not quite. Drew a conclusion, gets the chance to bat here in the 4th.
Right place, right time to retire Yarn Dragon Tracy there. It's hit over towards left, but it's going to be trackable and makes the catch as Mike is a fighter. Side retired. Only 3 hits now for the Bunnies in this game.
And only 6 by the Mechanic Fives. The problem is, there's been a lot of those hits that have been juicy pitches, and they've been in the stands.
Yeah, just barely reaching the stands, but they're home runs nonetheless. First person retired. Now we get to Krim, who hits this deep. This is out of here.
And it's gone again. Another juicy pitch for the Mechanic Fives, and they make the Bunnies pay.
We're up to 6-1. At what point do you start looking towards the upcoming third game?
Honestly, we're at the point where third game isn't the focus right now. It's fix the problems. Because at this point, the problems are obvious.
Melchior looks at a ball one inside. Ball 2, 2-1. And this gets bopped up. Doc Ninja underneath it makes the catch. That retired.
Well, that ends the inning for the Mechanic Fives, but again, more bleeding. Shock Ninja, first batter for the bottom of the fifth for the Bunnies, and that might get down. It does not. Bizzle fast enough to get under it.
Here's All Dog, has yet to get a hit this series, and will remain hitless.
Here is the pitcher duel once again, and this duel has been one-sided so far.
Head over towards right, and just making the catch is Bizzle. Side retired, 1-2-3 inning after 5-6-1.
And if the Bunnies wanted to make some offense happen, this isn't how they wanted it to happen.
Deep,
and meanwhile,
shot. It is out of here. Another home run for the Mechanic Fives.
I feel like a broken record at this point. At this point, you need to give the mound to anyone that can throw a ball and not throw a piece of candy.
But candy is delicious.
That's the problem. You don't want to give the other team any candy.
Oh, nails it, Angel of Sin.
And there's the payment.
Back over towards the corner, the warning track, and Captain makes it for the out.
Captain just saving now, but
gone.
Not saving this. Wannabe crushes that one to left. 9-1. Here's the pitcher. Here is the pitcher duel again. And this one.
What the heck happened there?
I don't know. But
what in the world?
It just goes to tell you the pitcher's duel has been one-sided and it continues.
Runners on first and second, top of the sixth. By the way, I do want to point this out. If the Mechanic Fives get 2 more runs on the board, we have to start talking about the mercy rule.
It is in play, is it?
Yep, at any given time at the end of an inning, if a team is leading by 10 or more runs, the game is over. Bases loaded.
And it could very well happen the way the Mechanic Fives have been swinging the bat.
Bizzle up to
Here's
play
Bizzle.
here, 1 out.
And the Mechanic Fives have their best hitters up next.
Yeah, we've reached the middle of the lineup.
Absolutely. Bizzle and then Malky are on deck.
It's
Bunnies need
4 strike.
Bunnies need to be holding down the fort, and that is the absolute opposite of holding down the fort.
Bye. 13-1.
That is gonna do
Grand
it.
slam.
Bizzle. That is gonna do it. Unless the Bunnies can wake up now, they're gonna be staring at a beating.
Hit back to the second baseman who fires to first. That's 2 away.
Honestly, the damage is already done. At this point, this is...
Brad fires to first, side retired. All right. If The Bunnies are going to keep this game going. They need 3 runs.
Smile Fire's up first. I mean, if the Bunnies are going to keep this going, they've got the right people starting, and that is...
It is out of here. Smile Fire's a 2-home run game.
That one almost got out of the stadium. That was a blast.
Here's Captain. Bouncer to third. Fires over to first. He'll be there in time.
No, that was a bit of a miss on the fielding, but here comes a new pitcher for Mechanic 5.
Here's Fred. Getting over to second, and I don't know why they even try.
Those stolen bases, they've done nothing, and they continue to do nothing. Neither team's been able to steal a single base.
The 2-1. In the dirt, strike 2.
This is just, my goodness. The difference here is the pitching.
Powering over towards left field. This is going to bounce off the wall. Base hit. Fred will...
Z-Man
Fred will get there, and we now have runner on first. Now that stolen base attempt is going to really hurt.
It will, and with a double played, Mechanic 5s can end this game right now. However, with another big shot, the Bunnies can be right back in this game.
Popped up, this going deep. It is to the wall. It is out of here.
And the Bunnies are alive.
This game's not over with yet.
And Yarn Dragon Tracy now looking to keep the momentum going.
Down the right field line, base it.
Suddenly, the Bunnies showing some life.
Well, he took the bottom of the 6th to finally get it going over to third base, who fires to first, and not in time.
Not enough. 2 men on for Shock Ninja.
Back to the pitcher.
Oh my goodness. 1 unassisted right back, and aren't you fast enough to grab it?
Here's All Dog. Through the gap, in for a base hit. Bases loaded.
Bases will remain loaded, and it is time for the pitcher duel. And
not anymore. We got a pitch hitter coming in here.
No. Zalgudasson coming up.
Popped it up. Crimson Havocs coming in to scoop it up, but they keep the game alive. It is 13-4 as we head to the top of the 7th.
Let's point out one thing, Rick. The Mechanic 5s have scored in every inning so far this game.
Mm-hmm. Now they really need to buckle down because they've now used their 4th pitcher of this game. They only have 5.
Indeed. And that is not how you buckle down.
That's how you throw a ball. That's how you throw another ball. It's 2-1.
And another one. I mean, I get you want him to chase, but sometimes you...
Oh, just missed the edge. And a walk has been granted.
Indeed. Mike is a fighter up next, and... Another broken record. That's the 5th attempt at a stolen base.
Has anyone had a stolen base yet in this series?
No! Teams are 0 for 5 on stolen bases.
I'm glad you actually are keeping track of that stat as this goes over towards the left field side, and now you've got 1 on for Lana Bean.
Lana Bean already has 2 home runs.
This one's a stolen base.
Oh my! I'm a little surprised at that.
Runner now at second for Lana Bean.
1-2 pitch coming up.
Deep.
And
sending it over towards the left field wall. This is out of here.
And the Bunnies are right back in trouble.
It is 15-4. Head over to first. Two away.
Out now. Murdoch up next, 5 for 9 so far this season.
2 home runs, and they could definitely use Murdoch to hit another home run, but Moonrisen would love to just get on out of the inning. The 0-2, 2 away. Wow, that's heading back, towering back out of here. Did I just hear a window break?
Potentially, yeah.
I hope that's
not
my car.
That was going. I hope so too. Meanwhile, Aldog catches it, and the Bunnies are out of one jam. Now, can they get out of the other?
Yeah, they need to get 2 runs in order to keep this game alive. Smile fires. We started things off, and this goes deep. This is out of here.
Okay. So, Smile Fires does not want this game to end early. Smile Fires just, that is just, hold on. Tracy cannot put this in age. I'll do some myself. Thank you very much. 15-5.
They do need one more run to keep this game alive to send it to the 8th inning. Captain up to plate. Over towards third base, who will fire over to first and not in time.
Captain's got some wheels.
Now Fred trying to keep this thing alive, hits it over to second base, or the shortstop, fires to second, double play. 6,
and now
4-3 on the double play.
Z-Man needs to get on base, or else the
Pops
Bunnies.
it up, and this should do it.
Will not do it.
As coming in. That is our
Angel of Sin.
And the game
is
called.
Will do it.
15-5.
Your final in 7 innings.
So many home runs.
Smile Fires is definitely the MVP of this one for the Smile Cave Bunnies, but my goodness, that pitching staff needs help and needs help now, or else this season will not go well.
Yeah, but as we've pointed out, this is only game number 2 of this season. Things are not done just yet. As we take a look at the standings after 2 games, the Mechanic Fives have been doing pretty good in both of those games. Look at those batting averages. Bizzle, Malchior, Lana Bean, all 5.55 on the batting average.
And that, for the Mechanic Fives, especially with Murdoch batting 500, you can go places with that.
Home runs there, that is probably the most important statistic right now.
Right, and that is exactly how the Mechanic Fives have been doing it. The Spiral Cave Bunnies have been throwing candy, and the Mechanic Fives, they just say, "Oh, candy, bang," and it's been that easy.
Bizzle leading the league with 6 RBIs. Lana Bean second with 5 RBIs. Yarn Dragon Tracy with 5 RBIs, but all of those came in game number 1.
Absolutely, and the Bunnies just could get nothing going. Smile Fires tried their hardest to get it done, but unfortunately, and you see it here. You see the problem between the teams.
The earned run average.
It's been atrocious. It's been one-sided. The pitching duel has not gone the Bunnies' way.
Yeah, we'll see what winds up happening with game number 3. Between these two, the series will shift. And the thing is, now the Mechanic Fives will be the home team coming up here next time. How will the series go for them now that they get the bat in the bottom half of the inning? You gotta think that they're gonna take this momentum, but who knows? It's gonna be a fun ride. Mooners and Phoenix, what do you think needs to happen now in between game 2 today and game 3 tomorrow?
I'm going to stick with what I said earlier. The pitching staff needs help now.
Well, we'll see what winds up happening in game number 3. That will be coming up here tomorrow evening. Now for the rest of the crew, I'm Adirondack Rick saying thank you. Moonrise and Phoenix, I hope you had fun.
Absolutely. It's always fun doing comms with you, and to be able to do this, always a blast. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Adirondack Rick. Thank you to all the viewers. Thank you for watching.